The term canon has its roots in the Greek word canon, which means a measuring rod, rule, or standard. In the context of theology, the canon refers to the collection of sacred texts that are considered authoritative and divinely inspired by Judaic-Christian tradition. The process of canonization involves the selection, recognition, and preservation of these texts as sacred scripture, which then serve as the ultimate source of doctrine, moral guidance, and spiritual instruction for the community of believers. In the Jewish tradition, the canon consists of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Tanakh, which is divided into three main sections: the Torah, the Law, the Nevi'im, the Prophets, and the Ketuvim, the Writings. The process of canonization for the Hebrew Bible took place over several centuries, beginning around the 5th century BCE and concluding around the 2nd century CE. The criteria for inclusion in the Jewish canon included antiquity, divine inspiration, and the text's connection to the religious life of the community. In the Christian tradition, the canon refers to the collection of texts that constitute the Old and New Testaments of the Bible. The Old Testament canon for most Christian denominations is based on the Jewish Tanakh, although there are some variations in the number and arrangement of the books. The New Testament canon consists of 27 books, including the 4 Gospels, the Acts of the Apostles, the 21 Epistles, and the Book of Revelation. The process of canonization for the New Testament took place over several centuries, beginning in the 2nd century CE and culminating in the 4th century CE at the councils of Hippo and Carthage. The criteria for inclusion in the Christian canon were similar to those for the Jewish canon, with an emphasis on apostolic authorship, divine inspiration, and the text's relevance to the faith and practice of the early Christian community. The process of canonization was not without controversy, as various Christian sects had their own collections of sacred texts, some of which were ultimately excluded from the canon. The formation of the canon was also influenced by the need to combat heretical teachings and to establish a unified body of doctrine for the growing Christian Church.